everyone, and welcome to Stories and Songs with Gigi. Today we're going to read a book. It's called If I Were the Teacher. It's written by Johnny Teresme and illustrated by Ron van der Pol. What I like about this book is both the writer, the author, and the illustrator, the one who drew the pictures, are both teachers. And I want to give a shout out to teachers everywhere. It is an awesome job, but it's a very tough job. I had the privilege of working at Conrad Weiser for about 16 years. I want to give a shout out to all those teachers that I worked with and all the ones that helped me raise my kids through the years by being there for us. And a special shout out to the first grade team at East Elementary for giving me this sweatshirt when I retired last year, when I transitioned from Mrs. Troop to Gigi. So we're going to start our book. As we look at the front of the cover, it looks really fun, huh? So the book is called If I Were the Teacher. It was the first day of school and Max was already daydreaming. There's Max. He's looking out at the playground. I wonder what this year is going to be like, he thought as he gazed out the classroom window. I hope it's not boring. I have some changes that I would make to this place and make it way more fun. If I were the teacher, I know just what I would do. This should be interesting. If I were the teacher, instead of having my students raise their hands to speak, they would raise an elbow, a knee, or even a foot. Wouldn't that be silly? I'd use math on the daily schedule to subtract all the schoolwork and add a lot of recess. So there's the daily calendar, and you can see all the schoolwork is being subtracted and all the recess is being added. Pets get really lonely when we leave them home all day. If I were the teacher, our animals would come to school with us and roam around all day. What do you see in these pictures? I see a spider, a snake, a turtle, a bird. Look for some other things. Very cool. If I were the teacher, science experiments would never disappoint. They would always include explosions, implosions, and fire. Could you imagine that? That'd be a little crazy. I would let my students sit anywhere they want. They could sit in the back or in the front, near their friends, or even on their friends. I don't think you get much learning done, but it sure is fun to daydream about it. On rainy days, we'd cancel class and head out to the field. We'd find a spot with some mud for an old-fashioned slip and slide. There you go. There's the picture from the front cover of the little girl sliding in the mud. That looks like fun, huh? If I were the teacher, I would help my students focus by serving them coffee. The coffee would be super strong and they could drink as much as they want. How crazy would that be? A classroom full of kids geared up on caffeine from coffee. I'd celebrate my students for things that other teachers don't appreciate. We'd have awards for the sloppiest handwriting, for the loudest blurter, and the messiest desk. My students would bring in blankets and pillows for a full-on knockdown, every kid for themselves pillow fight. Later, we'd relax in a giant blanket fort. I never saw a pillow fight at school before. If I were the teacher, I would still give plenty of homework. Everyone would be required to watch hours of TV and play lots of video games. That's a lot. No one would go hungry in my classroom because all the school supplies would be edible. If you are sick of writing and need a snack, just eat your pencil. It's made of candy, and now you're done with your work. Max snapped out of his daydreaming. "Oh my," he whispered. "That was out of control. It might be hard to learn in a place like that." His teacher smiled, and he knew it was going to be a good year of learning and fun. "I'm really glad I'm in her class," he thought, sitting up a little bit taller. "Since she's my teacher, I don't want to change a thing." So like I said in the beginning, this book is written and illustrated by 2 teachers. I found it on Amazon. So at the end of the program, I would like to teach all of my kids something very special, saying something good about yourself. So what I want you to do, I'm going to show you first, and then we'll do it together. So what I want you to do is say, "I am a good kid." So you keep your thumbs up saying, "I am a," and then good is your hand to your chin and down to your palm. Good kid, you hold your hand like this, pointer finger on the top of your lip, and rock it back and forth. So I am a good kid. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Stories and Songs with Gigi.